Early in the morning, early in the morning, in the morning.
So wannabe alpha male nonces Andrew and Tristan Tate have been charged with some heinous crimes from the UK this time. So they're actually going to be extradited from Romania to the UK to face these charges after whatever happens in Romania concludes. Now guys, this is justice. I don't give a F what people think. These people are nasty people. The thing is about Andrew and Tristan Tate, they think they're smart when really they're some of the dumbest people I've actually ever come across. Do you know why? Because everything they've ever said, everything they've ever done, they left a digital footprint online. Everything. You can go back to 5, 6, 7 years ago of them admitting the crimes that they are now being accused of. There is so much evidence against them on the internet alone. I dread to think what evidence is against them that the police have. So what's going on, the people that miss your boy Cam Topical Juice, and we are back with another video for you today. I've been so consistent on this YouTube thing. I'm proud because I was lacking some consistency before. Even though the algorithm isn't in my favor, man. So I really do need you guys to watch the video to the end, like all that stuff. But we'll get to that in a minute. As you can see from the title, as I said, Andrew and Tristan Tate, they're finished. They're finished. I don't see any way they get out of this. If they do get out of this, then money just talks and their money's long. I mean, or they could be innocent, or possibly. But from everything I've seen alone from the internet, there is no way these people are innocent. These are men who, once they turned 30 years old, they said, well done, lads, you're 30. You can now F women half your age. Yeah, 15-year-old women. I love virgins. I love all this. And I'm going to expose that. I've exposed it multiple times on my YouTube channel. I've exposed them multiple times. Well, I've exposed them once on my Patreon channel. But I'm going to show you some clips in this video anyway, just to remind you the type of men these actually are. These are not your idols. These are not your motivators. These are nonces. These are traffickers. These are abusers. You feel me? These are disgusting people who deserve to go to jail just because they help you go to the gym at 5 a.m. or just because they tell you to stop smoking weed or whatever. It doesn't make them good human beings. Behind the scenes, they're nasty. Forget even behind the scenes. In front of the camera, they're nasty. So anyway, guys, so I literally just woken up. I had an awful night's sleep. So I'm in a bad mood just because of how much little sleep I always have. And I haven't even checked myself in the mirror. I feel like I've got spit on the side. I just literally rolled out of bed and said, you know what, let's get another video done for today. So yeah, I'd really appreciate it, guys, if you like the video. This algorithm's been a bit of a bitch recently. Yeah, so I'd appreciate if you watch the video all the way through as well. If you, even if you put it on 2x speed, that helps. Press the bell to be notified. Subscribe if you're new. I'm trying to hit 100K by the end of the year. As requested by one of my patrons, I'm going to do a Kai Cenat video this weekend on Patreon. But if you don't know, I've got a Patreon page, which you should know about by now. I've got so many deep dives on there. I don't always post them in my community post, just because I can't be bothered sometimes. But I've got loads on there, loads of stuff that you'd enjoy. Anyway, guys, let me read an article very briefly. In fact, forget that. Let's forget reading the article for a minute. Let's actually look at the type of people that Andrew and Tristan are.
It's like taking the virginity of a really beautiful woman. I get to have this experience and no one else gets to have it again. It is a little bit better, but the real pleasure is in the fact that somebody else would love to have this and I get it. That's why this is good.
That makes sense. I'll give you that. I agree with that.
When you are in the true abundance mindset of you can have the pick of the crop, you can have the world's most attractive women. I mean, one of my main chicks has 200,000 Instagram followers and I took her virginity when she was 17. It's an abundance mindset. Yeah. I have so many girlfriends and so many wonderful girlfriends and so many virgins.
She was a Polish virgin. Man, it hurt her at every moment that I was doing it, but it felt good for me, so who gives a shit?
As you can see there from that clip, that was mainly Tristan Tate, but don't worry, we'll get around to Andrew. He said he wants virgins, and what he likes about pressing virgins is that he gets to have that experience first and no one else does. Bearing in mind, these are men that want to help other men. They want to encourage other men to be better men, and they turn around and laugh in other men's face by saying, ha, I got this little virgin before you. Not only that, look at the words he said and the confidence he said it in when he was smoking that cigar. He actually had the audacity to say, this is what I'm saying, my man is slow. He had the audacity to say, it was hurting her the entire time she did it, but it felt good for me, so what?
Man, it hurt her at every moment that I was doing it, but it felt good for me, so who gives a shit?
This guy is a low IQ dunce. They really think they're ahead of the curve. They think they're smart. They're not. They're slow. They're stupid. They're low IQ. If that's how you really feel about women and really feel about people in general, you actually have to be so dumb to say that out loud publicly. Keep that between you and your dumb brother. Now, we've all seen, I mean, if you haven't seen it, I don't think I'll be able to play it on YouTube, but most of us have seen the video of Andrew Tate beating up that girl. Like, he was laying hands on her, putting hands on her. Multiple hands he's put on that young girl. And he claimed it was all jokes, it was all this, but he was literally slapping her around and like dominating her and things like that. The guy's a sicko. This is a quote from Andrew Tate himself. I am called a sociopath, psychopath, narcissist, arrogant, etc. Nobody questions my success or intellect as they are indisputable. They only question my character as that's a subjective assessment. I consider myself a nice man, but I am clearly superior to anyone. Is that what a nice man says? Superior? Or is that what a narcissist says, whose self-image is so inflated that he thinks he is better than everyone else? Ask yourself how that mindset translates to women. And bearing in mind, he is a professional pimp. He's whored out women on OF, on webcam, and all these things. And he takes the majority of the money. He uses a lover boy method.
Let them take full control over their accounts. They will run away. I like to keep the girls' passwords. I log them in and log them out. If you give the girl the password to her account, there's a chance she could run away and try it by herself. I've had that happen. Girls, let them take full control over their accounts.
So they come along and they said, oh, you're a human trafficker. I said, well, I've never transported anyone. I've never kidnapped anyone. I've never restricted anyone. I've never held anyone. They said, no, but you're a human trafficker via the lover boy method. I said, what's that? It's where you pretend to love them. So what, being nice? So I was nice to some girls 10 years ago? Is that my crime? Maybe I did love them. But we're not together anymore, so what? I pretended? Who said I pretended? Prove I pretended to love. And then what did I pretend to love them to achieve?
So yeah, on corporatate.com, I have my PhD program, and that is PhD is a pimp and hose degree that I'm.
Clever.
And
Clever.
That teaches basically how I got girls, how I met girls, how I got girls to like me, how I got girls to fall in love with me to work on webcam for me. Because that's what I did. That was my MO, was find girls, make them love me, and make them work for me. And that's how I got rich.
I was all about trying to get paid. Like I used sex as a tool to make women love me so they'd obey me and live in my house to make me money. That's what I wanted. So I was a pimp in that sense. Like, I was not trying to have sex with women. I was trying to get women to obey me. And I realized that's easier if they like to have sex with me. If they don't like having sex with me, it's pretty hard to make them listen to me.
He manipulates women, gets them to do his bidding, makes him a lot of money from them, and he believes he's superior to everyone else. You can see, when have you ever heard me say something like that? Now, I don't think I'm better than no one. You know me, I'm humble to the core. Like, I think I'm nobody. I think I'm just any man from Southeast London. I'm not special, right? But he truly believes he is. So you can imagine what that mindset, what that looks like in different situations and different circumstances. So I believe all these damn allegations are 100% true. These people have proven time and time again the type of people they are.
We're going to start a webcam business. You're going to stay. You're going to live in London. I'm going to look after you, and we're going to get rich. We're going to be a team. And they're all like, well, who's this bitch? I'm like, she's my girlfriend. She's my girlfriend. She's my girl. You're all my chicks. And you're going to stay here, and we're going to make some money. Big fight kicks off, blah, 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 blah. In the end, long story short, 3 left, 2 stayed. Those are my first 2 girls. And we started this little webcam business from my apartment. And it just grew and grew and grew. And it got to the point where at one point I had 75 women working for me in 4 locations. Damn. And I was doing $600,000 a month.
So you can see Tate there talking about his webcam business. You have to read between the lines. It looks like he's telling the truth, and he's a honest, transparent man when he says, that's my girlfriend, that's my girlfriend, that's my girlfriend, we're going to make money. But the fact that he opened the conversation with one of the girls saying, well, who's this bitch? It meant that he never told them the truth from the start. He only told them the truth once he got them there. This is the nuances that you got to understand. Read between the lines, guys. Only once he manipulated them, got them into the same house as them, did he then admit, oh, by the way, this is my girlfriend, we're going to make some money, apparently. The guy, honestly, I don't believe a word the guy says. The guy's just full of shit. You have to read between the lines. And look at this statement here. He said over 50% of employees were actually my girlfriend at the time. None were in the adult entertainment industry before they met me. So this is the type of manipulation, the manipulative power that someone like Andrew Tate has. Now let's actually read some of the article of what they've been accused of today. As you can see here, it says Andrew Tate, 38, faces 10 charges, including rape, ABH, human, that T word, and controlling that P word for gain relating to 3 women. His brother Tristan Tate, 36, the nonce, faces 11 charges relating to one woman, including rape, ABH, and human T. The charges were authorized in January 2024, but the full details have only been released now. Bedfordshire police issued an international arrest warrant for the brothers over allegations which they unequivocally deny, said to have occurred between 2012 and 2015. The Tate brothers are facing separate allegations of trafficking minors, sexual intercourse with a minor, and money laundering in Romania. They are also accused of human trafficking and forming a criminal gang to sexually exploit women in a different case, which has been sent back to prosecutors. They are due to be extradited in the UK following the conclusion of proceedings in Romania. The CPS said, "We can confirm that we have authorised charges against Andrew and Tristan Tate for offences including rape, human T, etc., etc. These charging decisions followed a receipt of a file of evidence from Bedfordshire Police. A European arrest warrant was issued in England in 2024, and as a result, the Romanian courts ordered the extradition to the UK of Andrew and Tristan Tate." Now, guys, I'm sorry, I'm not being funny. If you think that this is the work of the Matrix because they are too real and they're helping men better themselves, you are truly deluded. And I mean that as respectfully or as disrespectfully as you want. You have to be dealing with a certain level of delusion if you think the powers that be are why they're getting arrested. You do realize that the Matrix, which does exist, is the same reason how they became successful in the first place. They are part of the same groups, part of the same elite that benefit from the system. Do you understand what I'm telling you? It's independent people, like YouTubers, like myself, other people who get the wrong end of the Matrix. You feel me? We don't get that support from the system like that. You understand? Real independent people. So many other YouTubers doing their own thing in their own lane. These people are part of the system, benefiting from the system that looks the other way, usually against crime, against women and all these things. And as I said, just because they talk about, oh yeah, they motivate a couple men to go to the gym early, and yeah, you got the abundant mindset, bro, all while charging you £50 or $50 a month to get information and advice you can get for free. These are the same people, yeah. Andrew Tate categorically said he would never do crypto. He then came out and did a pump and dump against his own fans for this meme coin Daddy, or whatever it's called. And he keeps pushing Daddy. Also, he can pump and dump on his own fans, the same people he's alleged to be helping.
Are you going to launch your own crypto?
No, I'm never gonna launch a crypto. I just like to with crypto Twitter. Because crypto Twitter are full of the biggest degenerate losers on the planet. They're losers. Crypto is the only scenario I can think of where you can make a whole bunch of money while benefiting society zero. For every single person who can show me they have emailed CoffeeZilla and called him gay, I will buy Daddy. SEC, come from me. I'm in Romania. There ain't no SEC in Romania. We're scammers. We're out here doing what we want. I'm gonna pump a coin up, make 10M, peel it off.
Guys, as I said, I really hope that Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate bubble has burst and you can really see what these people are now. From the moment they got pushed onto my algorithm, I knew exactly what they were. But it took, you know, not all men are, a lot of men suffer from insecurities. A lot of men are deeply insecure and they look to a certain male figure to help them make sense of their lives, to make sense of what masculinity is. It really isn't that hard. Masculinity is about respect, but also making decisions, showing empathy, being sensitive, but also being a leader. You feel me? Like it really isn't rocket science. You don't need some deluded twat to tell you what masculinity is, or masculinity is saying, oh yeah, you can grab any girl. Like the whole thing's that he's a mess. They're a mess. I'm sorry, they're a mess. So anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts, man. I want to get this video out this evening. It might be quite late, but yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you just push the video out there by just hitting that like button. And yeah, I appreciate your support and your help always. Thank you. I'm humbled. I appreciate you, and I'll see you lot in the next video. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay vigilant. Peace.